Hello and welcome to Beyond NSU. I'm your host, Chloe Ryan, and today I have childhood education graduate and advisor, Michelle Willis. How are you doing, Miss
I'm
Willis?
doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome.
Before we get started, I just want to thank you for being my advisor when I first got to NSU as a transfer student. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't really be able to navigate being a mass comm
Oh,
major.
I'm glad to
So,
hear that.
thank you so much. So, you graduated from NSU in 2010.
Yes, ma'am.
And what made you decide to want to come here?
So I say Norfolk is home for me, but I'm originally from San Diego, California.
Oh.
Yes, my dad was in the military, and so we moved here, of course. So I grew up right down the street in Middletown Arch. I grew up going to Norfolk State football games, Labor Day Classics, all of that. Um, I'm going to be honest, my original choice was A&T, North Carolina A&T, but
Okay.
once I realized we had to share dorms, share rooms with people, I wasn't really for that. So I just decided to stay home, and I'm glad I made that decision. I love Norfolk State.
Okay, so you commuted.
I commuted, yes.
All right, and how was that? How was that experience commuting home
It
to
was
school?
awesome. It was, I was, like I said, I was down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And then later in my undergrad life, I had a roommate. So we did like the whole off campus apartment, which was awesome. And with one of my best friends, and then another time with my line sister.
Mm-hmm.
So it was awesome. I still was able to come on campus and do things like that, but I definitely did not have the traditional college experience either.
Okay, and can you clarify your areas of study while you were here?
Yes. So let me just say, I changed my major once or twice.
Okay.
So when I first came to college, I am a first generation college student. So navigating college was a little different. My
Okay.
parents were like, you need to choose a major that you're going to get money in. So I first started business,
Mm.
did not like business.
Yeah.
My mom wanted me to do nursing. I tried nursing. I do not, again, have the stomach for nursing. So I
Mm-hmm.
tried it.
Yeah.
Anatomy was pretty cool. We dissected a cat. That was good. But, anything outside of that, blood and things like that, it
Ugh,
wasn't me.
no.
So I did education. And again, I love working with people. So it was just first nature to try to say, oh, I want to be an educator. I want to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So I went that route with teaching.
Okay. And was deciding on your major, would you say, was that the hardest thing that you had to navigate while as a first generation student, or were there any other struggles you encountered?
Yeah, so I would say it would be, choosing a major um, that I know that I would like to do, or what's going to be my passion, feeling my passion instead of what others or my family would like me to do.
Yeah.
The other thing is using the resources. Like, I literally did not use the resources that were available to me on campus, which is why I try to tell my students all the time, use the resources, use the resources. Like trio services, I did not use tutoring, mentoring. I literally would go to school, hang out for a little bit, and go to work.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I did for like the first 2 years. I took a break to kind of figure out, like, okay, let's sit down and figure out exactly what it is you want to do, because you're wasting money.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to education, I was happy with that.
Yeah.
I tried to get a little active on campus. I did join Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated here at Norfolk State, which was an awesome experience. And so later on, as I went through my college experience, I was able to kind of engulf myself more in the campus culture, which was awesome. But at first, that was kind of hard.
Oh, understandable. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
really dope that you started off needing resources and now it's full circle. You've become a
Right.
resource for students. I love that.
Yeah, that's why I tell students all the time, just use your resources. Like, they're here for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure that you read your emails. That's the first thing, to see exactly what's available. But then also, I'm available if you need me as a resource or a support system, because I know it's sometimes hard to ask.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
taking those steps, you have to essentially meet the person halfway.
correct.
So,
Yeah,
I love
definitely so.
okay. So you graduated in 2010.
Yes.
What did you do post graduation?
Post graduation, I taught at DC Public Schools for the summer.
Okay.
I had third grade students, and
That's
it was an
fun.
experience. It was fun. It was definitely an experience. And I had the option to be able to stay in DC or, go elsewhere. So I applied to different jobs, and I moved to Chicago. And
Okay.
I became an admissions counselor in Chicago at an online school.
Oh, wow. How was that transition? So you've lived everywhere, girl. You started off in San Diego.
Yes.
came to Norfolk,
Mm-hmm.
went to D.C., and then you went to Chicago.
Yes.
So out of all the, and then you moved to Georgia, but we're going to get into that after.
Yes, yes, yes.
So out of all the places you've lived, what would you say is your favorite state?
That's hard. Because every place has their pros and cons.
Yeah.
I guess I would say here. This is, my
Yeah,
second home. California is expensive. My family is there, and I have my parents in Georgia. But I like this area.
Okay. So what was it like working? You said you were an admissions counselor in
Chicago. Yes.
So what was that like?
That was an experience. I was able to get my foot in the door to understanding exactly what higher education was. So I worked with veteran students who were returning to school. So they were using their military benefits, majority of them, to pursue higher education. So that was an awesome experience for me to get my foot into the door with admissions. And from there, when I moved back to the area, I was able to do admissions as well. So I did admissions for about 5 years for for-profit universities. And then when I moved to Georgia, I was able to get into the public university and colleges setting. And so I did academic advising at a technical college, which is essentially a community college. So assisting students with making sure that they have the classes that they need to transfer to schools such as Georgia Tech, Kennesaw State, Mercer University, and Georgia State, things like that. So it was an awesome experience.
That's dope. And did you like living in Georgia?
I did. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yes.
I lived in Georgia for a year. I must say that I like visiting. As for living long term, couldn't really get into it. I think
It's a different
I'm
culture.
From Connecticut.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a different culture.
So what made you want to come back here? Come back to Norfolk State, actually.
So when I moved back here, I still wanted to stay in education, but I knew that I wanted to do work at a HBCU. So I was at a technical college, and it was predominantly a white institution. And while I was there, I actually started the first student-led organization, which was a Black student union.
Oh, wow.
So I created that so that students will have something to do instead of just regular activities the school was providing, something for Black students to have, because I noticed that there was not a lot of activities that were centered just for the Black student population that was there, and there were a lot of Black students. So I knew when I moved back here, I wanted to work at a HBCU, and why not come back home? So it worked out.
All right. So you recently have been a part of, we talked about this, NACADA.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain to me what NACADA is?
Yes, so NACADA is a professional organization for academic advising. They do different workshops. There's opportunity for professional development. So it's a very cool organization to be a part of. I'm in my, I think, 3rd or 4th year this time. When I was in Georgia, I attended an annual conference, which was awesome that they had in Georgia. And for the past 4 years, I've been a part of that organization. I've presented at the regional level about academic advising and probation students, because that's kind of like my passion. At a regional level here in Norfolk, as well as the national conference in Portland. I did that in October.
Oh, wow.
So it was awesome. Portland was a wonderful place to go. And most recently, I was accepted in the Emerging Leader Program. So I'm in the 2022-24 class. Thank you so much. It's awesome. It's just a place to be able to grow with other advisors, see different practices that are being done at other universities, and see how it'll be beneficial to the students here.
Okay. So what's next for you?
I'm working on my doctoral degree.
Okay.
So I'm working on my PhD in public policy and education policy. So my goal is to finish that and graduate with that, and just try to be of help as students as I can.
Well, that's really dope. I can't wait to see more of the things that you do. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today for Beyond NSU. I'm your host, Chloe Ryan. Thanks for watching, and thank you for being here with us, Ms. Willis. And I'll see you next time.